Okay, this is the first of 3 videos going through sort of questions that might sort of come up in a conversation about holidays. Um, Pretty useful stuff, basically. So this is part 1. Die Ferien nummer 1, the holidays number 1. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at the questions on the left-hand side, decode them, and then look at sort of possible structures and to sort of answer them, etc. The first question we got here, wohin, which literally means by itself where to, fährst du, are you going, or do you go, normalerweise, normally, auf Urlaub, on holiday. Where do you normally go on holiday? Where do you usually go on holiday? Okay, now, so straightforward answer is to answer with ich fahre. Now we can either have the time phrase here, so we'll do that for the time being. So we've got normalerweise, we could have that, or you could sort of, for example, come back with something else like every year. We go every year, so it's jedes Jahr, so we can have that as an alternative. Okay, now again we could use things like ab and zu. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to answer using normalerweise in your answer. Obviously, you need to get the spelling right, particularly if it's a written thing, but this is more speaking. So, ich fahre normalerweise. Okay, now remember the rule of time, manner, place in terms of word order. So you might like to already sort of mention who you go with. So, for example, your family, mit meiner Mutter, with my mother, mit meinem Vater, with my dad, mit meiner Familie, with my family, mit meinen, notice the en sounding there at the end, Freunden, with my friends, and so on. So you could, I'm just going to put mit in brackets like that, and then who you could go with. As said, time, manner, and then place, nach, and whatever country you go to. So for example, Spanien, Spain. Now, variations on this, if we just sort of deal with this part of the answer first, we could have started, as you know, with a time phrase. And obviously, if we started off with something like normalerweise, then ich fahre needs to be swapped around for inversion. So normalerweise fahre ich, jedes Jahr fahre ich, ab und zu fahre ich, and so on. Obviously, you could have also said jeden Sommer, every summer. So there's other sort of variations that you can have to normalerweise. Alright, let's just leave that there. Now we've got obviously Spanien, we could mention other countries, Italian, okay, let's just talk about those who are into seeking the sun, as it were, Griechenland, Greece, and so on. Okay, Nummer 2. Wohnst du lieber im Hotel oder auf einem Campingplatz im Urlaub? So, wohnen means to live or stay. And now lieber means prefer. So do you prefer staying in the hotel or on a camping site on holiday? So that's what it means. That's the question there. So, straightforward answer here. You can use ich wohne lieber. I prefer staying, okay, im Hotel, okay, like so, except obviously you need to get the spelling right, well you don't if you're speaking, but there we go, and then give a reason, okay, that will get you a mark of some kind, but it won't be a high mark, so, weil es sehr bequem ist, because it's very comfortable. Okay, so that's one possibility. Now, I've used while here. Obviously, there are other words which have a similar function in terms of word order. Obwohl, meaning although. See if you can try and get these words in there. Make your, if you like, answers a little bit more out of the ordinary and special. Right. The point I didn't make with regards to the first one, even though the question isn't actually asking you for a reason, you could put a reason in, okay, to impress the examiner, to impress the teacher, whoever's examining you directly, and so on. So, for example, if we just go back to number one for a moment, wohin fährst du normalerweise auf Urlaub? Ich fahre normalerweise nach Spanien, oder ich fahre normalerweise mit meinen Freunden nach Spanien, weil, okay, and then give a reason. So you could say, because it's more interesting to travel with your friends than with your family, for example, that you prefer doing that, so bring in words like lieber, for preference, and so on. Okay, weil ich das lieber mache. Yeah, because I prefer doing that. Okay, that's a little bit of a sort of simple answer on that one, but there we go. Nummer 3. Fährst du gern mit deiner Familie oder lieber mit Freunden? So, fährst du gern. Do you like going, that means. Mit deiner Familie, with your family, oder, or, lieber, preferably, mit Freunden, with friends. So, all sorts of ways of attacking this. I would just say, ich fahre gern mit meiner Familie, weil, okay, so we could do it that way. So remember to change deiner to meine, unless you actually do prefer travelling with someone else's family. Yeah, mit deiner family. Anyway, I'm talking about rubbish. Weil, and then giving a reason. Ich fahre gern mit meiner Familie, weil, I don't know, weil ich sie mag. I like them. It's a fair enough answer, I suppose. Now, obviously, you could have said, ich fahre lieber. So you could have lieber mit meiner Familie. I mean, it can go with both. I prefer going with my family, weil, and so on. So, meine Damen und Herren, das ist Nummer 3. Nummer 4. Was machst du gern? What do you like doing in den Ferien? In the holidays. So what do you like doing in the holidays? Right, this could be, I mean, you could have a whole list here of things. But again, remember, when you're actually giving a list, it's wise to actually sort of give reasons as to why you like doing those sort of things. Okay? So, for example, let's just bring that down to there. Now, so, all sorts of things you can start off with. Ich mache gern, and then whatever you like doing. Ich mache gern meine Hausaufgaben in den Ferien. I like doing my homework in holidays. We all like to say that. Now, with a question like this, obviously we're not going to necessarily stick to the verb machen. So for example, ich spiele, so get the spelling right, still can't get it right. Ich spiele gern, I don't know, Tischtennis. Everyone likes playing table tennis on holiday. Okay, weil, and then because I always defeat my brother or something, or I always win against the rest of the family. Okay, so gewinnen, to win, and I remember that verb or whatever needs to go to the end of the sentence. Ich spiele gern Tischtennis, weil es viel Spaß, Entschuldigung, macht. Because it's a lot of fun. Okay, I know, again, you probably want to come up with a bit more of an exciting answer than that. Like, for example, you beat your brother at table tennis on a regular basis. Of course, you don't beat him in any other sense. Right, so, was machst du gerne in den Ferien? Ich spiele gerne Tischtennis, weil es viel Spaß macht. And you could sort of say, for example, ich sonne mich gern. I like sunbathing. Ich kaufe gern ein. I like shopping. So all sorts of things can actually come into play in terms of what you're listing here. But just remember, guys, give a reason as to why you like doing it. Don't just say, don't just list. Try and sort of be a little bit more adventurous. Okay, Nummer 5. Bist du Sport oder Chillen Urlauber? Are you a sporty type of holiday maker, if you like, or someone who likes chilling out, is basically what that's asking. Okay, so, now imagine that you said, ich bin Sporturlauber. Now remember, if female, you're going to add on IN at the end. Okay. Now, again, reasons have got to come in. Ich bin Sporturlauberin, Urlauber. Now you could sort of twist it around a little bit and say, I am a sporty type of holiday maker, although, instead of using weil here, ich auch chillen mag. Although I also like chilling out, actually. I'm eigentlich in there, eigentlich is actually, but that's how you could sort of take the conversation in, if you like, a different direction. Right, okay. Gehst du in den Ferien gern einkaufen? Do you like shopping in the holidays? Right, so start off with ich gehe, and if you don't like it, I'll remember to put the nicht in there, gern, and then einkaufen, and then, as I said before, give a reason why you like it or don't like it. Okay, alright, I'm just trying to think of a reason that I can actually sort of give for you. I like shopping because things are cheaper abroad. Not necessarily, but you know, while while es billiger, cheaper, I'm thinking of my toes a bit here, im Ausland ist, because it is cheaper abroad, while es billiger im Ausland ist. Okay, right, Nummer 7, meine Damen und Herren. Now, magst du Denkmale und Museen besuchen? Do you like visiting sort of statues, museums and all that kind of thing? Wenn du auf Urlaub bist, when you're on holiday, or if you're on holiday. Okay, again, you know, you start off with, so you got ich mag, you don't like it, remember to put the nicht straight after. Please, whatever you do, don't just say ich nicht gern or anything like that. Make sure that the verb's in there properly, okay? So many students make the mistake of just coming out with a verbless sentence. So, ich mag Museen besuchen. I like visiting museums. Wenn ich auf Urlaub bin, so you could sort of change the person there and show off a bit and show that you can adapt it to yourself. Yeah. So that basically means I like visiting museums when I'm on holiday, because ich, and again I'm just going to chuck in Geschichte, except it's not Geschichte, obviously, got a bit wrong there, weil ich Geschichte gern habe, because I like history. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. Okay, let's move rapidly on before we bore anyone else. Right, Nummer 8, meine Damen und Herren. Magst du lieber, do you prefer liking literally, Sommer oder, we've actually gone over the page here, ladies and gentlemen, not totally ideal, oder Winterferien, or winter holidays. So obviously, you know, it depends, are you a skier? Do you like sort of beaches? Do you like cities? Do you like cities when they're hot in the summer? Or do you sort of prefer the winter breaks? So, given your opinion here, ich mag lieber. Now, you could be clever and say, ich mag lieber Sommerferien als, okay, Winterferien. I prefer literally summer holidays to winter holidays, and then because, weil. Now, you don't have to put the als Winterferien in there. You could have just said ich mag lieber Sommerferien, weil. Okay, you don't have to actually sort of state that comparison. weil es immer sonnig ist, which is quite a lame answer there, but just for the sake of time, except spell check's kicked in. It always does that. Right. That actually just means because it's always sunny, and we know full well that most, no matter where you go in the world, that's not always going to be the case. So come up with better answers than some of them I've got here. I'm just trying to sort of illustrate the kind of things you can do. So, Nummer 9. Okay, meine Damen und Herren. Start again. Fährst du gern Ski? Do you like skiing? Okay, so your answer here, ich fahre gern Ski. Notice the pronunciation, weil, and then obviously, weil ich, okay. Now you could either say, let's have a quick think here, weil ich Schnee mag. I know it's a bit of a, again, it's a bit of a pathetic, weak answer there. I like skiing because I like snow. It's fair enough, I suppose. Okay, ich fahre gern Ski, weil ich Schnee mag. Okay. Right, okay, meine Damen und Herren. Gucken wir jetzt Nummer 10. Okay, das ist hier. Beschreib mir dieses Foto. Okay, so, as I said before, guys, in terms of just general preparation for speaking, you don't know what questions you're going to be asked. This is just a spontaneous conversation, but it's likely that you're going to have a starting point, which is a photograph that you're going to bring in. So, beschreib mir dieses Foto. Okay, so you could talk about the people that are in it, talk about the sort of landscape in the background, that kind of thing. So it might be a photograph of you and your mates on the beach or whatever. So you could say, I don't know, das bin ich, that's me, das ist meine Familie, that's my family. Wir waren in, we were in, okay, wir waren in USA, oder Amerika oder Kanada oder sowas. Das war der Strand, das in der Nähe war, that was the beach that was nearby, der in der Nähe war, Entschuldigung. So you can sort of bring these sort of things in, okay? So just think about describing people. Say how many people there are in the photograph. Es gibt 5 Leute im Foto, sowas. And then just say who they are, yeah? Die Landschaft, the landscape, countryside, die Bergen, the mountains, all these sort of things which might sort of come in. You might want to describe it as a colour photograph, talk about colours, yeah? So just some thoughts for the first 10 questions there, ladies and gentlemen. Vielen Dank.